Okay, so here's the deal. I'm looking towards making a shooting game, 2D shooting game on Game Maker. Quite similar to this one, maybe. I don't know. And I'm looking to get some ideas for this one, and I'm basically just going to play it a little bit and talk about it, and hopefully say some interesting stuff about what I can tell. I grew up in these games basically, so that's part of the motivation of why I want to work on something like this. So, beautiful intro. Wish you could get away with something as simple as this these days. Maybe we'll wait for the cutscenes explaining what the story is. Middle East, somewhere in the Middle East. I really want to know what's in that box or barrel. Absolutely no idea. Nice. Okay, got the general idea here. Attack on what? Are you actually invaded Kuwait? Not actually Kuwait. Brilliant. Interesting. Didn't know you could have some modifiers here. I don't really care. Right. With momentum. What's the other options? Okay. Doesn't seem like. Ooh, what do I want to do here? Hellfire's Hydra's guns. Right. Don't really know what Hydra is, but okay. Good briefing. Radar sites, power plants, capsules, and transmitters. But there's no time in it, because I sit around and admire the view. So So what's interesting here? Let's see. Basically, I'm spending a lot of time looking at how many maybe frames each sprite will be using. You know, how these guys probably capture some smart effects. I quite like the wake on the ship and the on the bow as well. Looks quite nice. Okay, off we go. Right. So, is this with momentum? I don't know. It feels a bit. Is that how it's meant to be? I'm gonna start again. And oh, it must be. This feels weird. Yeah, I'll cut this part. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Weapons armed. Beautiful. Has the ship disappeared? Is it still there? Yeah, I think it's disappeared. Alright. So interesting tiling with the water here. I don't really it doesn't look like much happens. There's just a bit of glittering, I don't know, glistening even on some of the wave effects. The waves they're really static otherwise. It's fine, I guess, when you're moving around. It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't seem like it wouldn't require that much effort. It's pretty hard to tell that style. I quite like the shadow effect. I want to see if I can pull something off like that. Just this 2D shadow, I don't know how easy it'll be to cast it on other objects. It's quite nice that the helicopter's low to the ground because I don't know, if you're passing over things, it's shadow basically is going to be placed right on top of the things you're passing on. At some point, I want to be able to count the maybe the amount of frames you've got for this for the orientation. The camera works really well. I love how it swings around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Seems like it's more. Possibly 24, which is more than I thought, and it's I guess it's given a smooth enough sort of impression. I don't know if I want to use a 2D sprite, but this still looks really nice. I quite like how this is rendered. They've got I'm fairly certain they did it on some 3D software, or at least had some good idea of how the lighting is going to work on it. Oh, it must be more because moving forwards and left and right gives a it's really hard to tell. Gives a whole new set. It's backwards in here as well, possibly. So it must be 24 times 3. Okay. Oh, I forget that it's fuel limit and stuff. So anyway, first radar's next. Let's have a look. So I've not played this in, I don't know, must have been, I don't know, would have been quite young then. This double A fighter, yeah, I don't really like the effects on the guns that much. Doesn't really look like they're shooting. Ooh, what's that noise? Right. Maybe I'll have to take one out. Okay. I'd aim to get some nice explosions. I don't know. Okay. Gorgeous. Lovely. Let's have a look. Ooh. See, like a couple, maybe tree sprites. I don't know if they're mirrored. It's pretty clever reusing of all these sprites. I like these tunes. Okay, let's have a look. Basically, I'd like to figure out how these guys. Oh, danger zone. What's that mean? Highway to the danger zone. Where are we going? Let's find out. Okay. What am I thinking of? Can't remember. Okay, let's keep going. Took a couple hits. So, my idea was actually a bit strange. Kind of like the idea of flying around in a dropship as a 2D game. Instead of having an active assault role, you just go around dropping down troops, and might have some sort of like strategic layer or something. Or something like that, who knows. Basically I want to minimise the amount of work I have to do in terms of the art and everything. This is I want to keep it something like okay, where am I going to find some of that? Okay, hopefully I can get there in time. Out of fuel here. I'm not sure I like that mechanic. I guess it's a pretty standardised arcade-y sort of thing. Landing zone. What's my next mission? Okay, these are all the probably bonus aspects. Find and rescue secret agent. Doesn't look like a very competent sort of guy. These are, what are these? Surface to air missiles. They look a bit like rotating Daleks. I don't know. Power stations. Right. Let's go take them out. You'd have thought they could send off a couple cruise missiles and sort that out, but nope. They sent me in instead. Let's plan it out a little bit. What if I fly down the middle? MIAs. What do I get if I score? Get if I rescue those guys. Oh, ammo. Quite a lot of bloat. That I don't know, it's very vintage design now, I guess. I'm going to take out that power station. It's command centers. I don't know. Just looking down, like if I go down the middle, it's probably the path of least resistance down there. So let's give it a go. I definitely didn't plan this much when I was playing as a kid. Right. Click, click. Oh my god. Oh fuck. It is dangerous down here, isn't it? Some rocks. Those low enough for me to hit them? What happens if I do? Okay. Looks like it spins me 180. Oh jeez, no. Oh fuck. No. Okay. What am I meant to do? Okay, go up there. So what does it mean that I have low armor now? Armor 5. Do I just lose? 3 lives. How unfortunate. Okay, that's fine, I'll just start nearby. So, who's this guy? I like the little people sprites. It looks like there's just like a few frames on them. Nice and simple, you know who they are, what they are. Okay. So, how will I do this? No, I don't want that. Okay, sorted. What's that? The crater's not that impressive, but I guess very technical limitations, right? Airfields. Well, it's beginning to feel like work now, isn't it? Airfields. Okay. Should probably pick up some ammo. Okay. Let's go do that. This is a danger zone, isn't it? Boop. Danger zone. That wasn't in the briefing. You thought they'd tell me about it. It's pretty important. I quite like the small arms fire. You know, the guy shooting at you. Oh, what's going on here? So a bit of a conflict. Who's the goodie? Who are the good guys? Who are the bad guys? Let's see. US troops. Presumably they're the ones in the yellow. Rescue MIAs and drop them off. I can hold 6 of them. So how do they look like on the map? Right, that's probably what I want to do. So, yeah. Off we go. Does it look like they're adaptive? It looks like they just shoot in space, but okay. What was I doing? Ammo crew. To the east. Maps are not that huge. I might do a little Jungle Strike, which is the sequel to Jungle Strike. I don't know, Let's Play, whatever this is. And directly compare any advances that they made. Can't find that ammo. Right here. Running out of fuel. Where is it? I'm going to destroy this map. Alright. Okay. Fuel. Okay. It's fine. I've got this. That was a low fuel warning. And now I'll just get rid of this airfield, I suppose. Whatever that means. Take out these interesting looking plates. Stick them all out. Yeah, so recently I was playing Renegade Ops. I don't know, it seemed like that gave me a bit of it reminded me of these games existed. Renegade Ops is more of has a lot of vehicle combat, but occasionally you get to make up on a helicopter and go around blowing stuff up in there. So is this the airfield destroyer? Do I need to get? Whoa! Who's this guy? Look how it just explodes. Good. No. What a mess. But that's the airfield. Can I repair my helmet? If I go to the landing zone, what happens then? Let's have a look. So I'm guessing quote campaign is probably just a bunch of different maps. Does that repair my armor? Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? It's beautiful. Look at that. The gunners are facing out to sea. I don't know why I noticed that. So that seemed quite right. Little US flag there. This is ours now. Let's go over this way. I think I'll play to the end of the mission. That's probably all the interesting stuff I want to see out of it. I really like the background, like all of these rocks littering the terrain. It looks nice. Not very repetitious. Really hard to tell basically how many different sprites there are. I don't know. Hey, wait. Where's he going? This little guy here. Is he upset? Oh, he gets in, and then what happens? Okay, that's cool then. Alright. So they just get in and sit there. Presumably they've got more rocket launcher guys inside these, just hiding out in here. I like how they wait until I destroy their buildings before they take shots at me. Yeah, thanks. Oh, what's that? I like that. It looks, for some reason the first thing I thought of was the Half-Life 2 APCs. Look at it. Right. Okay. That one. Yeah. Alright. Command buildings active and secret agent still lost. A bit concerned because I suck at this, and there's a lot of resistance up there. Alright, let's go for this AAA here. Let's take it out. I'd like it if the train played more of a role in if you can maneuver. It's nice that they wave at you. Help. Help. Whoa. No. Okay, let's die again. Really don't know if you can repair it. So we're in primitive, but also like pretty smart. I'm sure there's a bunch of other games. I know there are a bunch of other games that came after this, which nice captured a bad guy there. Some sort of leader. With a similar style of gameplay. I don't know why. I've basically gone back to this because I imagine it's the because it's fairly primitive. It won't. It's probably the least effort sort of. I don't know. Hopefully a low effort sort of way of me going about this game. So there's a green spot that's just appeared. Yeah, do I just want to go save the secret agent? No? Yeah, I'll do that. I'm not chasing scores. Just getting the job done. Getting out of here. I want to go home. Whoa, what's that? It's a cool truck with an ammo crate on the back. Okay. So in terms of the amount of art that I'd probably want to produce, I don't know, it's work out. Let me just save this channel. Off we go. Look. So another thing that's motivated me to go back to the dropship idea is I saw some gameplay of Star Wars: The Clone Wars game for PlayStation or something, and I quite like the number of troops. Oh, I had this idea earlier. Oh, okay. Apparently I can't fly over this building here. Must be in here. Get out. Ah, brilliant. That's what happens here. Oh, wow. Gorgeous. Not really that nice, actually, but... yeah, helicopters are not that small. Okay. Presumably that was the co-pilot. That was an unnecessary cutscene. Ooh, okay. Hello. I do like how they Hellfire seek out. That's what they're meant to do, right? Okay. What if I just grab my guy and forget my co-pilot? Very like these passages. Alright, let's go. Is that it? Fuel. Oh my god, what a piss take. Okay. Oh no, I think I'll make it. Brown. Okay, how much do I have? Oh no. But I won the game. I've seen one of these buildings. Oh. What a disaster. Oh, there we go. Okay. I suppose that's it. So I want to load off some guys. The animations are really hilarious. I'd love to. Yeah, I love them. Brilliant. Okay, I think that's the end of the mission, and I'll probably call it quits for the video as well. Maybe do some more later, but for now, I've not really noticed anything new and interesting. So, actually, I wanted to look at the control schemes. I suppose I'll do that later. Oh, it's not the best, is it? Right, forget it. I'm out. Cheers guys.